Hey guys, so Gold Streams here again. So today, the 4th of February, on a Tuesday, again, expecting a lot of volume in gold at the moment with the trade wars going on. As you can see, we mark our supports and our resistance levels, and this is 100 pip range that gold is sort of bouncing in between, like consolidating in between. So there's quite a few things that I'm looking for. I'm looking for sells if it breaks the support, and then you've got quite a big range on the left-hand side, so 50 pips for a wick fill. So to where the nearest support is as well on the 15-minute time frame, which are wicks on the 30-minute and 1 hour time frame. And then you've got a 100 pip range if the candle sort of closes, if you get a bullish close off support to fill the range all the way up to the top side. But to be fair, because the previous 4 hour candle closed bearish and it closed with a very strong body bearish candle, I was expecting a bit of retracement. So I'm looking at sells. Sells is really sort of taking my liking. So we're just waiting at this point. We're waiting to see exactly sort of what gold can give us, and if it can give us a nice closure. As I'm waiting for this closure to happen, as I'm sort of keeping an eye on this candle, this is quite early into the candle as well. The wicks on the left-hand side in this particular time frame, as you can see, I got the magic keys ready there. The wicks on the left-hand side, that's where the daily is actually flipping bearish and breaking its own low as well. So I looked at this and I'm thinking, hey, there's a lot of bearish momentum on gold. We can expect a lot of volume on gold as well these couple of days. And we've had a good start to the week yesterday. So I decided to take an entry, and you're going to see exactly sort of where my entry was taken as it was breaking the wicks to the left-hand side with stops above sort of the 15-minute candle, so back in the zone. And that was sort of the trading idea, the first trading idea of the day. Now, as this candle was moving down, I didn't want to take a sell sort of on the candle open, because to be fair, I came into the charts and I didn't expect it to keep moving down like this. And I wasn't sort of fully aware of the fact that the daily candle would be flipping bearish as well and breaking the lows at that point. But anyway, this was the sort of trade that was taken. So it was a nice little ratio. And you can see the wicks on the left-hand side there where I've just moved take profit to for it to fill. And it's like a 50 pip range. So the 30-minute is coming up to a close as well, right? Quite soon. The 15-minute is closing as well. And as soon as that happens, sort of thing, as soon as that happens, then I'm going to get a close outside of the area. And I'm not expecting sort of the next candle to come up and retrace. So risk management is the main priority. Candles moving down, it's giving us like 10, 11 pips here. And that's sort of the idea, and that's what we're waiting for on this particular trade. We're not expecting price come back up in the zone. So you can see here the daily flipping bearish, the 4 hour flipping bearish, the 4 hour breaking the low. So I'm expecting this to continue down. Worst case scenario, it just makes a lower wick, but with that lower wick, I can take maybe 15, 20 pips out of this trade. You can see the 30-minute close outside of the zone. I wouldn't mind if this next 30-minute candle came up, made a top wick to retest previous support, and then started moving down. But as you can see here, it's sort of just started to head down, but it's not sort of coming in with a lot of volume. There wasn't as much volume as I wanted to see in this particular trade. So my idea was, give the candle some time, give the trade time, let it play out. And if I can get a nice sort of continuation, fantastic. If this candle comes down, breaks its own low, and then starts to come up and then starts to test its own high, then I was happy to walk away as a break even for the day. But we're going to watch this and sort of see exactly what this candle did. Again, you have to be very vigilant in the charts. I'm not personally at a stage yet where I'm just setting a trade and then just walking away. I don't like doing that. I like to watch it. I like to see exactly how the candles are moving, and sort of what I'm expecting it to do. I like candles to play out in a certain way. But yeah, you've got quite a nice bit of range there. I'm expecting price to drop. So candles made its top wick now. It's sort of idling. You can see what I mean about the volume. So it's just pretty much keeping me at like break even, 2 pips, 3 pips. It's not really doing much at this point, but it's not coming up either. So, I'm being cautious, but I'm prepared to hold the trade and give the trade time. I can expect sort of a small body closure at this point as well. Um, but then again, you just have to see what the candle does. But as you can see there, the candle comes down. It starts to test the low of the previous candle, right? And it actually breaks the low of the previous candle right there, which is where mentally I put my stops to break even. I didn't move my stops on the chart. But then the minute this candle comes back up and starts testing its own high, right there is sort of where I close the trade. Right there, break even. I'm not interested in this trade anymore. So the candle came down, it broke its own low, broke the previous low, and then came up and started breaking its own high. It's not what I wanted it to do. So I stopped the recording here. Obviously, ready to call it a break even day, and then call it BE. And then I was looking at the charts, keeping an eye on things, and I see this happening. And I've seen this happen on the charts so many times. And this is again just before London Open coming up. But I've seen this market structure, this particular candle formation. So what I did is I took a sell as the candle was breaking the low there. I entered my positions and I had stops back in the range. And we had a very, very good range to fill. So it was back to the initial idea, right? I wasn't changing biases. I wasn't looking for buys. Sells was the initial idea. And that's what I wanted to stick to. So the candle broke the low. My entry was maybe a couple of pips late, but that's fine. You're not gonna get a perfect entry every time. But you can see this is the perfect trade. Zero drawdown. And that's what you love to see. Candle comes down, it's about to hit TP. I remove take profit at that point. And I close partials here around 25, 26 pips, and I move stops to break even. And that was it. So we had two trade ideas. One trade was break even. I think it was like a 2 or 3 pip loss, but either way. And then the next trade, we secured 90% at 25, 26 pips. The reason I left the runner again is because I'm expecting gold to have a lot of volume, like I keep mentioning. But it just literally came and it did what we initially thought it was going to do, which is fill the wicks to the left-hand side there. And the chart came back up and it hit break even. But yeah, that was pretty much it for the day. Again, guys, just please be patient. Look for, set your buys for the day. Understand what you're looking for. If you're looking for sells, then stick to sells and wait for an opportunity for sells. If you're in sort of trading chats or trading communities and you see people taking buys and you see people taking sells, and that's not sort of the way you see the chart and that's not what you're waiting for, then don't just do things because other people are doing them, right? Wait for your idea to play out. Wait for candle patterns that you understand, and do things that you're comfortable with. But yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and see you soon for the next one.